The Proud Summer. Yuyang has a dull mouth, clumsy hands and feet, and is not gregarious. That's good. Her parents and grandparents have fewer worries. But there's one thing. After Yuyang went to school, her teachers immediately discovered that Yuyang loved to study. She's stout, willing to work hard, and exhausting all her strength. Although her studies are not top-notch, they are very solid. She can memorize textbooks page by page, book by book. Yuyang was admitted to a normal school in the city, and the old principal's face became brighter. He let Yuyang leave some learning experience behind. Yuyang stood in the teacher's office with her back to the wall, her soles rubbing against the wall constantly. After holding it in for a long time, she left behind a golden rule, just one word: memorize. The truth is so easy, so simple. The old principal was excited. He grabbed Yuyang's hand and said, "Practice is the only criterion for testing truth. Yuyang's experience must be promoted. Starting from the next semester, we call on students to learn from Yuyang and memorize it." In addition to being excited, the old principal issued a belated certificate of the student of 3 goods to Yuyang, and taught Yuyang that she must pay attention to 3 aspects when she arrives in the city. The old principal raised his fingers. His middle finger, ring finger, and little finger respectively represented good health, good study, and good work. Wang Yuyang spent a proud summer in Wang village. Every day is lonely. However, this is a different kind of loneliness, different from the past. In the past, loneliness was characterized by being forgotten and ignored. In the summer of 1982, although Yuyang was still alone, it was loneliness that stood out from the crowd. Yuyang is a crane among the chickens. She stands on one leg, her head quietly tucked under her wing, and every feather shines with snow-white light. This kind of loneliness is the most desolate, but it also embodies a different kind of beauty and a different kind of pride. It is a rest before spreading its wings and taking off. It can turn into a cloud at any time and float away towards the sky. What makes Yuyang most proud is that the event even alarmed her eldest sister, Yumi. The eldest sister, Yumi, made a special trip back to Wang village from Broken Bridge town. The mission was very clear. Come home and take a look at our Yuyang. Although Yumi is the eldest sister of Yuyang, she has not had much substantive relationship with Yuyang in the past. In Yumi's eyes, Yuyang is still a child. Occasionally, when she went back to her parents' house, she would send away Yuyang with a few hard fruit candies. "Go ahead and play, huh?" Yumi came back quite formally this time. Her hair had been tied back, mainly because she had gained weight, and a gold tooth was installed in her mouth. Although it is only a thin layer of copper, it still emits golden light. With such a layer of golden light as a foil, the smile becomes enthusiastic and proactive, overjoyed. In order to show off the gold tooth in her mouth as much as possible, Yumi likes to smile a lot with a wider mouth. Although Yumi was a cadres wife in the commune, this time she did not act like an official's wife. Instead, she personally dug into her own pocket and organized the 2 tables of banquets specially for Yuyang. The village leaders and teachers of Yuyang came. Yuyang sat at the table. This table is also the banquet, which marks a person's identity. In her life, it was Yuyang's first time sitting at the table at a formal banquet. She was embarrassed but proud, so she could only smile with her lips hidden. The actual situation was that there was no such person as Yuyang at the table. Yumi was welcoming. Yumi was making all the difference at the banquet. She lifted her neck for 1 cup and then another cup after another. She has a very large capacity for drinking, even a little arrogant and reckless. In the end, she drank for Wang Yuyang in the name of Yuyang. Yumi drank a lot, and everyone thought she would be drunk. Nope. Still one cup after another. After the banquet, everyone in one village knew that Yumi was now good at drinking, capable of 1.5 pounds. After finishing the drink, the village cadres played poker with her for 2 hours. Yumi played the cards with clatterings, and each card pressed against their waist, making it a perfect fit. After 3 games of poker, Yumi got into Yuyang's tent, and Yuyang was already asleep. Yumi pushed Yuyang to wake up and counted the bills under the oil lamp in front of Yuyang. The bills are all in large denominations of 5 yuan, serial numbered, brand new, capable of splitting tofu and slapping people. At first glance, one can tell that it was not won from playing cards, but was specially prepared for Yuyang. Yumi was counted 10 times in total, 50 yuan. There were also food stamps of 25 pounds nationwide, a considerable sum, enough to cause death. Yumi handed the 50 yuan and 25-pound food stamps to Yuyang, deliberately making it look fierce, but it was actually close, and ordered, "Little girl, take it." Yuyang looked sleepy and said, "Put it there." Yumi said, "You sleepy dummy, open your eyes and see what this is." Yuyang was still sleepy. She didn't look flattered at all and said, "Go to sleep." She closed her eyes again. Yumi looked at the back of Yuyang's head, not expecting such a situation. This stupid girl just didn't appreciate her kindness, and her tone of voice also changed. She looked like an urban person and learned to leverage thousands of pounds. Yumi didn't say anything else. She stuffed the 50 yuan and 25-pound national food stamps under Yuyang's pillow, blew out the lamp, leaned behind Yuyang's back, and fell asleep. Because having drunk a lot of wine, she couldn't sleep for a while. Yumi thought that Yuyang was outstanding. This girl didn't rely on anyone. She relied entirely on the pen in her hand, horizontally, vertically, and strokes, to get herself into the city. This is not easy. It is extremely hard. I wouldn't have dared to think about it a few years ago. Yumi said in her heart, there is happiness in being stupid. This little girl has really met a good era. What a big pride.